On today's episode, we talk about our goals and fat checks.
We had y'all rank your favorite horror movie franchises.
We talk about Wizards of the Coast, charity, and D&D campaign building.
And our review of Akron's own Luigi's Restaurant. All coming up on the Seg-Way Podcast. Hey, welcome to the Seg-Way.
The best thing to happen to you on a Thursday.
That is right, recording live in LeBron's backyard.
Tyler, I got 3 things that happened to me.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, the first one, So my dad told me about a story that happened to him. You know how last week we were talking about the third story?
The Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
National Forest.
He told me that he went when he was like a hippie.
Okay.
Back in the day. He went
last week.
No, it was many years ago. But he went on this like trip with a couple of friends of his, and he like camped in the National Forest in the Smoky Mountains. Like where that story took place.
Yeah. Probably the same spot.
Probably.
Very likely.
Well, I mean, I don't know if anything... He was way too high to know if anything happened to him.
Yeah, maybe they were just high in that story, and that's why they lost 3.5 hours. So, I'm going to be in Arizona next week.
Yay!
There's not much to it besides that. I'm just letting you know. So, if anything sounds a little funky next week, we're not missing a week.
Right.
I want y'all to know, we take this very seriously. There will be no weeks missed. I'm going to Arizona. Charlie's getting married soon. If we have to record at the wedding, you know what's going to happen. In between the dinner and the first dance, we will record this podcast.
No, I was getting gunshots on the podcast.
So, so that was some beer. He's drinking some spooky beer.
Yeah.
If he doesn't cut that out.
I probably won't. I got a picture of it.
Okay, perfect. I'll start off my side of this story.
Okay.
So I went to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
I've known this gentleman. He actually... I had a friend who knows him, and then my manager is the one that eventually got me to go. And he's awesome. His name's Jim Morgenstern, but you call him Dr. Jim. Rubber City Chiropractic. So plug, if anybody out there needs a chiropractor, he is awesome. He takes the time to really understand your body, will help you figure out what's wrong with you. Obviously, there are definitely circumstances where you need to get surgery, you need medication. Like that's understood. I'm not a nature person over here telling you that essential oils are going to cure everything. But, if you can stay natural, I try to. And so he's awesome. He helped my back out a lot. And I actually have knee pain, and he helps kind of adjust my leg and activate my quad. Lead that way into yours.
For a couple of years now, it's been probably like 3 years, I've been waking up with these terrible migraines. It's like, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. And when it does, it's the worst thing in the world.
So were you just like, okay, if this happens for 3 more years... I'm going to do something about it. I'll deal with it for 900,000 days. But after that 3-year mark, I should probably get this checked out.
No, what happened was I woke up and it was the worst it's ever been.
Okay.
So it was like a tipping point.
Yeah.
So I was like, Tyler, what's your chiropractor's number?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just like, I need to do something. And I called him and he was like, my friend Tyler Perry, not the famous one, he told me that you were great. So I need to do something. And he's like, normally I have like a month waiting period, but you're Tyler's friend, so... And he got me in like the next day.
That was the day I was supposed to go in, but then that's how I knew you were there at noon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not just psychic, but I am psychic.
He told me you were in like the weekend before. I was like,
yes.
That's weird. But he laid me down and he did stretches and we talked and my back exploded in multiple places. He did this thing on my neck.
Yeah?
I thought he killed me.
Yeah.
I thought I was dead for a second. It was like, it was crazy.
Did he lead you first? Like, we're going here and we're going to go here.
Yeah.
This is where we're starting. We're going to go here.
Because
I'm actually really scared of my neck getting adjusted, so he had to walk me through it multiple times. To last time, I was just like, just do it. But,
it wasn't quite that. I was just like, I'm pretty kind of go with the flow kind of guy. So I just let him do whatever he needed to do.
He had his way with you.
Kind of, but I appreciated it. And I came in there with some back pain. And I still haven't felt the same pain since I've been there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did he was there anything interesting said or anything like that?
He was just trying to help me, like, not have it as much.
Right.
Yeah, just trying to live a better back life. And I've done a couple exercises so far. Like, I've laid on the ground with my knees on the couch. And, like, it got rid of a couple headaches already.
Yeah. I like that foam roller over there. He recommended that to me, and I use that on my quad all the time, especially when I'm hooping.
Hooping?
Yeah.
Too white to say that shit.
when I'm playing basketball.
When I've got the rock.
Okay, I gotta say this. Y'all know, like, you just fast forward, like, hit the 15-second forward like 4 times and we'll get past this. I have to mention Antonio Brown.
Oh my god.
I have to. So he quits the NFL. He joins Central Michigan Online. Hey, listen, I know he might have provoked it based on some comments. Keep his name, Baker Mayfield, out your mouth. Keep shake and bake, out your mouth. You know, you don't worry about my quarterback. You know, worry about your midterms. Your midterms are coming up. How about you worry about that? Stop worrying about Baker Mayfield or any players in the NFL because you, my friend, are not in the NFL. He tweeted this out on Saturday, and I'm quoting this. It's going to sound like shit because it was written like shit. My English paper due by tonight, 12 a.m. Need a prof reader. Make sure A's and B's. Nah, dude. Nah. You ain't passing.
Profin'.
You ain't passing. Not because you're not a quarterback, but you ain't passing, dude.
I think you caught the tail end of the story of band practice, but I was telling Jason this. So I had a couple friends over the other night, like on Friday. Shut up. You were busy. So I had a couple friends over, and we had a fire at my house. And I've looked at the ordinances before, because my worst fear is the fire department coming. Mm-hmm. So you know what happened?
The fire department.
They fucking did.
Yeah.
With the truck, and the lights came on and everything. There's this big truck, and 2 guys walked up.
Did they put it out?
It was it was just a little campfire.
Wait a minute. Did they have a Dalmatian?
No, they did not. No, it was just 2 guys.
I think you got pranked then. I don't think they were real.
Oh, they were absolutely real.
If they didn't have a Dalmatian, I don't think they're real.
So the guy comes up and he goes, we got an anonymous tip from a neighbor that there's
He's like, that house right there, but it's anonymous.
I wish he would have told me. I would have fucking beat his ass. It was a very small fire.
What if it was me? Me and Annie, remember, we're the neighborhood watch. Maybe we sold you out.
Got an anonymous tip from a neighbor that there was a bonfire at this house. And we're like, this little campfire? And he's like, yes, this little campfire. And he was like, you're within ordinance. I don't really have a problem with this. Have a good night. And that was it. It was nothing. But he was very kind, so.
Good. That's what I look for in my firefighter. All right, somehow, some way, we are through September, and we are in October now. It is spooky month. Spooky. Yes.
Yeah.
It's terrifying, haunted, scary movie time. So this is, as always, we actually missed this last week. Thankfully, none of you listened diligently enough to tell us that we missed it. But last week should have been fact check. So we're just gonna do fact check. We're gonna make this quick. We're gonna slide goals and slide fact check in here first. Let's do a goals recap.
Okay.
Still Sputosaurus Rex. I did it. It wasn't healthy, but I did it. I have not eaten meat in the entire month of September. So here's my goal for this month. So I proved to myself that I could do it. Just eat vegetables. Now I'm going to try and do it and be healthy, and this is going to suck. I'm pretty much setting myself for a big pile of failure here. But my goal is to be low-carb vegetarian. So I'm going to try and keep...
Sounds hard.
Yep, I'm going to try and keep my daily carb intake under 30 grams. So yeah, that's my goal. Keep vegetarian, low-carb, under 30 grams a day.
So I did not hit my goal, but I have been walking more, so that's good, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I didn't do what I set out to do, but... the intention was to walk more, and I did do that. I'm spinning it so I don't feel as much like a failure.
Goals are good because it's measurable, but failing a goal but still like bettering yourself, it's not you don't lose. It's not a loss.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
my goal this month is to try to book our band in there's these 2 house venues I'm trying to get us into. And that's my goal.
What are the house venues? Let the people know.
Bless This Mess, in case you're listening. And also Cling Thing.
In case you're listening. Cool.
Yeah, that's my goals.
That is the goals. Let's dive into fact check.
I only got 2, because I texted you the one.
Yeah.
And you said you already had it.
Yes. This is a long fact check, though. Cause it's been 5 weeks, technically, because we were supposed to do it last week.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of it... How do you want to do this?
So let me do my 2, then you can do the rest.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. It's not really a fact check, it's a follow-up.
Update.
Yeah, Riaz, the chef, he died of a heart attack.
Oh, you called that, or you said drugs?
I said drugs.
Okay, but okay.
Yeah, it was a heart attack.
Okay.
And Alex texted me. I screamed something else than what I said I screamed in my embarrassing story.
Oh.
I said, oh yes, dude, cup it.
That's a little less ambiguous, Charlie.
I know. That's what I said.
Okay. A lot of this is just like saying the wrong things.
Yeah.
That might fact check. So this is gonna be quick, so we can get to the good stuff. I went to something called the Millennium Tour when I I think it was our music episode where I was saying I saw a bunch of rappers from like the 2000s do their one hits. I called it the Millennial Tour, like we're millennials, but it's a Millennium Tour. We were talking about Taylor Swift's song that we both liked. We said it was called Just Calm Down. It's actually called You Need to Calm Down.
Oh, okay.
I called it... Well, I knew I was wrong. I was like Haunted Hill House, Haunting House, Hill House, Haunted Hill House. It's technically called Haunting of Hill House. You called the show Sabrina and then Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's actually called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah.
We kept calling... we just called it the Dora the Explorer movie, Dora the movie, Dora the Explorer and the Lost City of Gold. No Explorer in the title. It's just called Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
It fucked up.
That's going to be... I'm calling it right now. That's a Mandela effect.
Yeah.
In 30 years, people are going to be like, did you know the movie by Dora wasn't actually Dora the Explorer? And be like, no, I remember back in, in 2019, it was Dora the Explorer and the Lost... No, it's not. It was never the Explorer. It's Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
That's crazy.
I'm going to shoot that down now. I said Green Bay and Chicago was going to be a great game. I said don't listen to our podcast. I said listen to us on Friday. It was a terrible game. Terrible, terrible, terrible game. I'm glad Green Bay won, but because nobody plays in the preseason now, everybody looks like shit the first month. When talking about the TV series on Netflix, The Order, I said the Blue Flower. Technically it's Blue Rose.
Yeah, I didn't think it was just Blue Flower.
Yeah, but you didn't look it up.
No, I didn't.
Homie. It's the Order of the Blue Rose. This is an update. This is not we were not wrong. You said, I think a new season of Disenchantment should be coming out soon.
Yes.
This month, here we are. Well, actually, last month, technically. Disenchantment Season 2 out, streaming on a Netflix near you.
Oh, Ajin Season 3 is coming out.
What?
Ajin, the anime?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Season 3 is coming out sometime.
When?
I don't know, but I know it's coming out.
Okay. When Charlie was talking about Sid Haig, I said both of those movies, The Devil's Reject and House of a Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie, they were. You said Ratatouille is a soup. It is. It's technically, I think, a stew, but I'm not gonna. That's hair. That's the. So it is a vegetable stew. When Lauren was doing her interview, I love movie years. Like I like knowing when the year's movie came out. Yeah. So when she said that her favorite movie is The Blind Side, I think that was 2009. It fucking was. I'm really proud about that. I'm not going too much into detail about this because I really don't care. Parker actually texted me. He's like, it was actually the story you were talking about how the people got like $115,000 or whatever, $120,000 in their bank.
Yeah.
And I said that, that like money laundering, but I completely destroyed what the meaning of money laundering is. And you can look it up yourselves. I just said it's like buying things to get rid of the money and you have the profit of the item that you have that replaces the money. That is a way of kind of going about it, but that is not technically what money laundering is. I'm not going to explain it to you. I'm not a criminal.
Watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, watch Breaking Bad or look it up yourself. Wikipedia. So that is Fact Check.
The High Five. This segment is called The High Five. You remember this. We've done this before. We rank 5 things. This one's going to be fucking stupid. There's no reason for anything in this segment. Before we get to our pillar this week, we're going to figure out what we're going to see for our next pillar next week. I hope we win. Tyler, do you want to tell us what we get if we win?
Yes, if we properly rank our 5 that matches 3 or more of your 5, we will see Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
What do we do if we don't do that?
We will be watching Rambo: Last Blood. With Sylvester Stallone. He's still doing these movies. This is gotta be great for him. He just did Rocky, now he's just doing Rambo. Hopefully this is like his farewell tour. And I have nothing against Sylvester Stallone. I'm just saying, like...
I actually really like the Adonis Creeds. Creed movies. I actually really like the Creed movies.
Is that his name? Apollo, right?
Apollo. His son is Adonis.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good for Adonis. So, let me say this first. I want to shout out everybody who participated, and typically we did it on Twitter and Facebook. If you guys have been noticing, we've been doing a pretty heavy push on Instagram, and I'm really impressed. We had a significant amount of people actually respond and rank it on Instagram, which we get the notifications. We do not look
I haven't seen. Like, it's been driving me nuts because it's been like ba-bing, ba-bing, ba-bing. I'm like, stop, please stop.
Yes, yeah. So fuck Twitter. So yeah, Instagram is like, we still use Facebook, and obviously Podbean is where our podcast is hosted. But Instagram is where we're making our biggest push. So make sure you give us a follow on Instagram if you haven't yet. So maybe we should tell them what it is this time.
Yes. Why don't you do that, Tyler?
Okay. So it's October. It's Halloween season. It's spooky time. So what we decided to do is have our list revolve around 5 of the best and most iconic horror movie franchises. So we have Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees, Halloween, Michael Myers, and Alien, an alien. Sigourney Weaver. Isn't it interesting how? And sorry, I should have. Scream, Ghostface.
No, yeah.
I think that's part of it. They're not just good movies. The actual villains or enemies in it are iconic.
They're iconic villains.
Very iconic.
That's why I think Saw would have been better. Everybody knows Jigsaw.
Yeah, but Alien, it just has the pedigree. Like,
well, you said Sigourney Weaver. You said Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
You know what I'm talking? But that's the hero, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but like Alien vs. Predator, and they've had so many. It's just more iconic. I think it resonates probably with more people. Like our generation probably saw more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Scream, I guess, is the one that's coming in for our generation. Okay, so let me start off with this. Charlie, which ones have you seen?
I saw Scream.
Good.
I didn't like it. It made me scared.
It made you scared.
Like I'm such a baby, you know I am.
It made me fearful.
I was like in a ball. Like I don't like this at all.
That was, I was like probably 9 or 10 years old, and we watched, I think it was Scream 2 on TV, and I was like bragging. I was like, yeah, I watched a rated R movie last night, and I was like, I told like 5 people this at school the next day until somebody was like, they edit it on TV, right?
Yeah,
like it's not the same. I was like,
what?
Shut up.
Yeah, I saw FX. So what?
All right, let me. Can I just get this out of the way? I think Nightmare on Elm Street is first. That's just my personal opinion. I like Freddy Krueger. I think the idea of getting into somebody in their dreams. Like, let me put it this way: Nightmare on Elm Street is actually the one that scares me the most. Because Jason, it's corny. Michael Myers, they always show you his perspective before he attacks. Like, you'll see a scene play out, and then it backs up, and then you see Michael Myers looking at him like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. And then it's just like, oh, cool, you just gave his perspective. Scream, there is scary because there's like pop-outs in Scream. But, like, Nightmare on Elm Street actually was the one that gave me the most eerie feelings and the creepiness. I don't have much to go on here. So that's, how do you feel about that? Like, what's your rebuttal?
I haven't seen many of them, so I don't know. I'm going blind.
How do you feel about Nightmare on Elm Street first?
Sure.
Okay. All right. You saw Scream.
I did see Scream.
Maybe we should put Scream second or third then, because you saw it.
Probably third. I think it's third. I know a lot of people like the Michael Myers stuff, right? Don't they?
How do you think people feel about Alien?
I
feel like they like Alien. I don't like Alien.
I
would put Alien 5, but I think people like Alien.
They keep making the movies. I don't know.
Should we put Alien 2? That's not
Alien 2?
Yeah, that's not something I would do.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
Yes. I am sure.
All right. Okay, then I don't think... Okay, so we got Nightmare on Elm Street first, Scream 3. So do you think Halloween should be 2, or do you think Friday the 13th should be 2?
What's the difference between them again?
Michael Myers and Jason.
Oh, Halloween should be 2.
Halloween?
I think so.
Oh, man.
You don't think so?
I have no reason not to, I guess. All right. Oh, nah.
This is so hard. I have no way to go with this.
Oh. Man.
I mean, okay, Jason's pretty popular with us now, like, with, Gen Zers, because they have that game.
Oh, yeah, that game did just come out.
Yeah, that game's pretty new.
I think Alien should be 2.
No!
Are you positive?
I am sure. I don't think so.
Well, then I'm putting Alien last.
Fine.
Even though I think it should be 2 for this.
You really do?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because I don't like it. That's why. I feel bad about it. Okay, so we have to put Halloween 2...
Wait, hold on. So you think your favorite should be number 1, and your least favorite should be number 2?
Yes. I do.
Okay.
Okay, so then I think we should do Friday the 13th, 2nd, Halloween 4. Are you cool with that?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, oh my god. So we got Nightmare on Elm Street 1, Friday the 13th 2, Scream 3. Scream might be a little high.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think that could be 4.
What about if we switch Scream and Alien? Alien 3.
I don't think Alien's gonna be
Okay,
high.
okay, how about this? What if we rotate? What if we put Scream at the bottom and then bump the other 2 up? So it's Nightmare on Elm Street 1, Friday the 13th 2, Halloween, Alien, and then Scream.
I think that's the best compromise we got.
Okay, so are we locking it in?
Yeah.
Okay, so our lock-in order, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Alien, and Scream. We will be right back.
So again, we've lost this game that we've made the rules for ourselves.
Stupid game.
So we're going to see Rambo Last Blood.
So we had about 20 people submit between in-person, Instagram, and Facebook. We chose Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Alien, and Scream. And the order that y'all chose was Nightmare on Elm Street, which was the only one we got correct, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Scream, and Alien.
I do want to say that I'm really, really thrilled with the engagement, though. That makes me so happy.
That's true. Like, if there's any positive takeaway, it's the fact that we had so many replies and they weren't just us pestering our friends. So, there was somebody you wanted to specifically call out.
Oh my god, yeah. I gotta pull it up real quick.
All right.
TyColt95 on Instagram. They didn't just do a list.
Yeah, read the whole response.
Okay, so they said, the whole response is, oh, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put 1996 Scream, then 1984 Nightmare on Elm Street, with 1978 Halloween, coming behind with 1980 Friday the 13th, and ending the night with a 1997, 1998. Okay, I don't know when Alien came out, but ending with that.
Yes. We love that type of energy.
That was fantastic.
Yes. So if you guys want to see it and read it for yourself, it is on our Instagram on this post. So that's what's going down. We're gonna be watching Rambo Last Blood. I hate my life. All right, moving on.
So this segment is called Nerd Notes.
Dude, this is perfect. You have notes.
I do. I needed them.
And you're a nerd. That was
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, just yeah. Continue.
All right, so this is kind of like a series I'm going to do with Nerd Notes. I'm not going to move off D&D for a while, I think, which is Dungeons and Dragons for the uninitiated. But this first segment is about campaign building. Why am I doing campaign building in this first segment is because...
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
Why are you doing campaign building for your first segment?
It's because in November, there's actually a charity happening from Wizard and the Coast, which I actually applied for them one time.
Wizard and the Coast?
Wizards of the Coast,
Wizards.
Which is the company that owns D&D. It's been bought out a couple times.
Oh, I was going to say, they probably have a lot of money.
They do Magic the Gathering, too, and lots of card games. Basically anything nerdy you can think of, they have their pockets in, their hands in pockets. So their charity is every November.
They better not put their hands in my pockets. Get out of here.
They have a charity event called the Extra Life event.
Okay.
Which I think is kind of cute.
What's it about?
It is actually about part of their profits go to charity. And
what happens at the event and what is the charity?
The event is all November. Part of their profits
from
whatever
the sales?
they sell. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to different charities, children's hospitals usually. And there's one charity that it's doing this November, and that is called Friends of Kids with Cancer.
So we're not benefiting the kids with cancer, we're benefiting their friends. Like, do you have a friend that has cancer? We're going to help you out.
Well, I think that's just the company's name that does help the kids with cancer. I think
not a great slogan.
I think you're helping the kids with cancer.
Okay, well that's probably better.
So this guy, what's his name? I gotta find his name. Corley and a girl named Harper. They have an article, which I'll send the link, about a girl named Harper who has cancer, and Corley is one of the creators of events, like the campaigns. Like, he creates campaigns
For this charity or in general?
In general, he creates campaigns. So he worked with this girl, Harper, to develop a story for a campaign, which I think is nice.
So she's a D&D player who has cancer, and he's a guy who works for D&D who creates campaigns.
Yes.
Okay.
And they worked to develop a story, and that became like a short, low-level campaign. Every time it's bought, it goes toward, like the donations go toward friends with kids with cancer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And that's why I'm bringing up the campaign building. Tyler, do you know what D&D is?
Dungeons and Dragons.
So it's a tabletop board game.
Yes.
But it's not really a board game.
Yeah, you like roll, like you have a master who like runs the campaign, right? Set up different things, and then it's like, roll to see if you can defeat the dragon with the gold teeth.
Yeah, that's a dungeon master. That's a different Nerd Notes.
The
DM. So I'm talking about campaign building.
If I slide them a 5, can my character level up faster?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, that's within the rules. So to me, campaign building is kind of like writing a novel, but also understanding how to do improv.
Okay.
Because you have your core story of like what's happening, and you always want to keep the characters kind of there, but they have free will and they can do whatever they want to do. So you have to kind of expect the unexpected. Okay. So improv, yes, and.
That's why Jeremy, Jason's brother, is so good at this, because he's amazing at improv.
Is he?
Yes, he's really good.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
You don't want to know what my experience with him, or not improv, my experience with Dungeons and Dragons is two video games that has nothing really to do with it. The game Bully has that Gremlins and Grotto and Gremlin. Mm-hmm. And I was just playing Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Oh, yeah?
And you have the option to sit down and literally spend like 20 minutes just playing Dungeons and Dragons with these kids in the game.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I don't have a vast experience, but I know some.
If you're building the campaign, you are probably the dungeon master for the game.
Okay.
And like I said, that's a different Nerd Notes, what a dungeon master actually does. But
it's in Stranger Things too.
What?
Not too.
D&D?
It's also in Stranger Things.
That's a big part of Stranger Things. Demogorgon. But when you're setting the campaign, building the campaign, you have to consider, besides just the plot, you have to consider the setting, the enemies, the friends,
the weather, the humidity.
You know what? You do, actually.
Yeah.
There's everything is involved with it. Also, you have to consider the level. Like the charity, the level was important to that. Like it's 1 through 10, so it's really low. That's what makes it
noobs.
That's what makes it a low level campaign. Yeah, because they're trying to expand into other stuff. There's still a business, Tyler.
So what if the dungeon master creates something and you disagree? Like what if a character, like what if there's because it's all make believe, it's all storytelling essentially. Mm-hmm. What if two people don't agree on what happens outside of specifically rolling for it? Like what if the dungeon master says, and then this happens? He's like, no, I don't. I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, what if somebody doesn't buy in?
I don't understand what you mean.
What if the dungeon master presents something that happens? He improvs a moment, and the people playing are like, we don't like that, or we don't think that would happen, or no.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter what the characters think.
So the dungeon master cannot be wrong or overturned. What he says or she says.
He can be overturned by the dice rolling. That's it.
So if you have a problem with what they said, you can't.
You could challenge it in character with a dice roll, but that's about it.
Okay.
And there's set rules too, which is very interesting. So there's like everything has statistics. So every creature, every rock, every wall, there's statistics for everything. And you can find them all online, or you can buy the books. But there's statistics for everything, and that's what governs the world.
Okay.
So a DM's not just going to say, and then a pillar of salt fell on a character. That wouldn't be inside the world unless something caused that to happen. And even if that were to happen, chances are there'd probably be a roll to get out of the way.
Roll this, otherwise you consume all the salt and you become bloated.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you feel yucky for the next 2 rounds.
Yeah. So that is my little endeavor on campaign building and why it's so critical for D&D. It is what makes the game. Campaign building is the story arc your characters are going to follow in the game.
All right, it is time for the pillar of first week food, and we went to Akron's own Luigi's restaurant.
Yeah,
pizza. I made them. Let me get 2 things out of the way here. 1, I went there one time in my life, and I got the ravioli, and it was trash, so bad, and my fault. Everybody said you don't get anything besides the pizza there, so I never made it back. So I figured now would be a good time because Akronites love to rave about Luigi's, and two, I have a bias. If I'm getting pizza, I go to Danny Boy's. That is my home base. Like pizza, this area, Danny Boy's. So those are my biases coming into this. I'm just going to be upfront, very transparent. That's where I'm at. Charlie, do you have anything to say prior to, before we dive into this?
I've heard nothing but good things from Luigi's before this.
From them. They text you late at night and they're like, we're really cheesy, Charlie.
Yeah, I've heard nothing
but pizza.
Especially from like drunk theater friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard nothing but positive things.
There's nobody more reliable than a drunk theater friend. So.
Absolutely. So you ready to go?
Let's dive into this.
Presentation.
I thought the pizza looked average. I thought nothing like stood out to me.
Yeah, it was pizza. Like it's pizza.
It looked fine. It was real fucking shiny because it was real fucking greasy.
I know it was sweating. I had to dampen it. It's like we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this.
But nothing like it didn't look gross. Although we looked at the bottom of the pizza and it was a little underdone.
Yeah,
and I think that was not good. But the top, it didn't look disgusting, but it didn't look special or anything.
Right. We always do this. Let's do this now. What did we order? What did we get?
Yeah, okay. So I ordered a number 4, which is cheese and tomato, or cheese and sausage.
I had like a white sauce pizza, something Bianca. It was a white cheese or white sauce cheese pizza because we're still doing the no meat. Had like onions and stuff in it, garlicky. We got cheesy bread because Charlie won the quiz last week, so I got appetizer, which was cheesy bread.
They didn't have appetizers; it was a side.
Side orders, like you could get French fries or onion rings or breadsticks or garlic bread or mushrooms that weren't fried. I really wanted breaded fried mushrooms, but they weren't.
Right.
But that's my fault for not reading. And they also give you bread. So it was just a lot of carbs. We just ate a shit ton of carbs, which is why if you listen back 30 minutes ago when I'm talking about my goal of being low carb, I did not do that today. But it's not October yet for me. So we had bread, which was really soft. That was really good. Like as far as
it was good Italian bread. Yeah.
If we were and we decided we're not going Italian for a while.
Right.
We're not interviewing musicians for a while, and we're not gonna go to Italian restaurants.
Nothing
for a while.
against Italian food or musicians.
We love you.
We've just had a lot of it.
Obviously, we love you too much. But as far as like a pizza place goes, I actually thought the bread they brought out was really good quality. Really soft, nice, crisp. So bread, garlic bread, and then bread with cheese, and for you, sausage, also known as pizza. That is what we ordered. That is what we got.
Yeah.
So that was okay. So there's only so much to say about the presentation, about the food.
It's pizza.
The place though, they had some really cool not murals. What is it? Is that
murals? Yeah,
murals. But I'm saying like mural.
There were paintings on the wall. They look nice.
Yeah, it was like you can tell it was hand painted. It was like nice green scenery with hills and stuff. We found Mount Shasta potentially.
I thought it was a little gaudy.
You think so?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did like a very. It's not even really. It's not even close to Halloween, so I don't really want to knock them for this. But they did a really half-assed Halloween, like put a spider over there. I guess
it was
bad. Maybe a ghoul, but but it's not even close. Like they might have just started. You know,
I guess so. Yeah, it could.
Let's go back in a week or two, and then, and it was just a pizza place. Like it was smaller, it was a little compact, but there were 3 different sections, which was nice. The bathrooms were very clean. The paintings were nice. Each room had different paintings too, which was cool. There's a nice bridge in the middle section. I thought the food looked nice. I mean, it wasn't like it just felt very pizza parlor like. So
what'd you give it?
I gave it a 3.
Did you?
It was just
3. I was a little underwhelmed. I give it a 2.
Okay, that's fair. There was nothing fancy about it. But I would argue the reason I would give it more than a 2 is because it wasn't just a plain wall and they didn't just put pictures on the wall. Like somebody actually took the time to paint all
I think that could have been more tasteful than what it was though.
Like what they decided to paint?
Well, yeah. It felt like a lot of color.
I think they were but even like the placemat, they were trying to give you that you're in Italy feel. You're in the rolling hills and stuff.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Okay. All right. So we're at 5.
Portion size.
Okay, so when I ordered my pizza, because I was planning on sharing with Steph, and I intention of bringing some home for Claire, so I was already leaning large, But when I was like, what's the difference between a small and a large? And she's like, 4 or 8 slices.
Yeah.
I had to ask again. I was like, what? Like 4 is a small and 8's a large. And it was like completely double price, which I guess makes sense because 4 times 2 is 8, so double the price. But it's also like, it doesn't matter how many slices you get because you have no idea what the circumference of the pizza is. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like what 8 slices to one pizza might still be smaller than 6 slices to a different, you never know what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
When she brought the pizza over, I thought it was actually a pretty big pizza. Like, I thought it was pretty good size.
I thought it was an average large pizza.
It
looked like a large pizza to me.
Okay. I don't know. It just felt...
There are only 2 sizes too, which I don't like at all. Like, it's like...
No medium?
No, there's no in between. There's strong arm you with the large, or fuck you with the small.
But it's smart marketing, because, you know what I mean? Like,
smart marketing doesn't always equal good customer service, though.
That's true, but it's good for the business, because they know you'd rather have too much than not enough when you're eating.
Yeah.
So I would say probably 85% of people go large over small.
Yeah.
And if you give a medium, probably 90% of people go medium. So that way they can jack the price above the large, and they know that probably the majority of people will be like, well, I can take some home.
Yeah, they can, and they did, and I don't think that was a good move. It was for them, I guess, because I fucking did it, but...
yeah, see? But, putting aside, agenda or anything, just think about how big the pizza were. How big the pizza were. How big the pizzas were, and how big each pizza slice was. I actually thought it was pretty good. And I thought...
The portion size?
Yeah. I think maybe because I've been getting... it wasn't thin crust. I smash thin crust. And this one wasn't, so I think that made... Are you trying to read your number? You're like, is that a little flipping to do right there? Did I write in cursive? But maybe because I'm used to thin crust, but it felt big to me. It looked big. I had to bring some home. Mm-hmm. I was full. So what did you get portion size?
I was full, but I wasn't... I was still mad. I was mad for you because you asked about the small.
It was... Yeah, but that's not doesn't really have to do with portion size. I don't think that question fits.
You don't think so?
No, it's based on what you get, based on what you order. You can't flag portion size based on something you couldn't even get.
I guess.
What did you order and what did you get? You know what I mean? Like if you want to order 6 shrimp and you order 6 shrimp, you would talk about the portion size based on how big they were. You wouldn't be like, well, I wanted 7.5. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm basing this based on exactly what we got, not what we were allowed to get.
Okay. I put I think 3 because it was too much, but is what it is.
Well, what did you think? Like the cheesy bread, there were 4 of them. That was fine.
Yeah.
They gave us quite a bit of the bread too.
Yeah.
So I actually gave it a 4. I thought it was pretty good. So you gave it a 3? Okay. So we're at 7.
Attentiveness.
The waitress, I don't know her name. She wasn't mean by any means, but she wasn't, kind. She didn't give a name. She didn't give us specials, but I did always have Coke. So I think she was about middle of the road. So I gave her a 3.
Whoa!
Am I too fast?
You're just flying through. You're not.
That's all I wrote down really.
Okay.
I didn't have much to. She didn't have much to go off of. She didn't say much.
True. Well, they were very, very busy though. They were really busy.
Well, when I got there, it wasn't that busy.
Yeah, but then by the time we actually got in and seated and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying when I got there versus when I got there a little earlier.
Yeah. It
was about the same. Nothing really changed.
But you hadn't ordered then.
No, I guess not.
It wasn't a fancy sit-down restaurant where they're fishing for tips or anything. She always, I got one refill my water. You always had your Coke. She brought it out, everything. I mean, but yeah, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty average. But I don't have a high expectation personally for a pizza place. I didn't have any complaints. I never felt that she didn't do her job. I didn't think she overdid her job. So I went right in the middle, just like you did. I gave a 3.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's about what it was.
Cost.
Alright, so this is where I was not pleased. It would be hypocritical of me to complain a couple weeks ago about getting a pizza with fake vegan cheese, onions, spinach, and something else. Tomatoes, maybe, I don't remember. But I got all that for $25. And then I came here and got this pizza for $20. I get it's a large. I don't hold the small versus large against them in portion size. Here's where I have a problem with that. Like, I'm saving all that anger for cost, because you should consider the people that want a medium size. Like, you shouldn't have to pay $10 for a small 4 pieces or pay $20 for a large for 8. And like, I get it. That's just the particular pizza I got. But it was just literally a white sauce and cheese pizza.
Yeah.
I got a cheese pizza for $20. Like, doesn't feel right to me. Like, it was good. You know, it was a good size. It tasted good to me. Cost is where there should be a medium price.
I agree with you. The small was outrageous, but the large was insane. The pricing was not proportionate to what it was.
And they should just have that. That's why there should be a middle option.
I've had better pizzas toward where I live, that cost much less.
Where, by the way?
Ramito's cost less, but
yeah,
it's way better. Pizza Sereno's cost about the same, but the pizza's fucking killer.
Yeah. Do you know what's less? Danny Boy's.
That's right.
Danny Boy's. But I will say it wasn't an appetizer, it was a side order. But the garlic bread with cheese, that was only like $4.
Yeah.
Which I guess actually that means it was like $1 per slice. So that's not great, but at the same time it's not bad. Like, that could easily be $8 or $9 somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that wasn't bad. Doesn't save it for me though, because $20 for that pizza just didn't feel right. It was a cheese pizza.
So what's your score?
I gave it a 2.
I give it a 1.
1?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 3 on cost.
Deliciousness.
The bread was good, like we talked about before.
Soft.
Yeah, it was soft, kind of like Italian bread.
How was the butter? I didn't have the butter.
It was old butter. Like, I don't mean it was old. Like, it would be served in like an older restaurant.
It wasn't that grass fed.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
The
garlic bread with cheese was good.
I liked it too.
I liked it a lot. It was simple. It was basic. There
was
nothing special about it, but it was good. And you don't have to be special to be good.
It tasted good. The Coke, actually, I know it's Coke, but it was like real syrupy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear me say that?
No, but that's one of my fears when I have soda somewhere else, is that it's going to be syrupy rather than carbonation.
It was it could have used more carbonation.
Yeah. But that bread was so soft with the cheese when you bit into it. It was like, it almost like not melted in your mouth, but it's just soft. All right, now sorry, I didn't mean. So okay. I wanted to build up into it. So nobody's like, but what about the bread? So Charlie, how was your first slice of pizza?
The pizza, I was very hungry when I came in.
Yes.
So the first slice was pretty good. I thought it was like, this is pretty good pizza. And then after that, I was like, this maybe isn't that good. Like, it was like real soft, almost underdone. Doughy.
Like, I don't mean to interrupt or skip my turn.
Yeah.
That was, and Steph said it immediately, and I was like,
doughy.
That is exactly the word I was going for. Yeah. I bit in, it was soft and doughy.
It was like a cloud, but like in a bad way.
Yeah.
I thought the sauce was okay. I don't think there was enough cheese on mine, at least. I didn't even want to try yours because it didn't look good to me. There wasn't very much sausage on it at all. Like, every piece had like 2 or 3 pieces on it, maybe.
It was the bigger pieces, though. It was like the size of your thumb. Like, it was a pretty big size.
There still wasn't a lot, though, you know?
Yeah, I guess that would come down to personal preference, whether you would like a bunch of little sausages over it, or if you want the big ones, like the size, like a quarter.
Like, they tasted good.
They were good?
But there wasn't a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was missing some more sausage.
Gotcha. So here was my... Are you...
I'm done, yeah.
This was my experience, because it changed rapidly. So I get my pizza, the cheese, the white sauce, and I take a bite, and I'm like, this is doughy. And Steph said, I was like, yes, this is doughy. Greasy. I don't know how I feel about it. I was like, You know, it was like, I'm already thinking in my head, like, am I thinking a 2? Like, this isn't great. But then I was like, do I have preconceived notions about this place? I was like, I'm just going to keep trying, because I was pretty hungry as well, even though we had literally 2 appetizers. But then you guys were like, here, Steph tried both, and she was like, Charlie's is better. So you were like, take the sausage off it and try it. And I did, and I did not like your pizza at all. Like, I think it was the sauce.
Well, I didn't like yours at all either.
You didn't try it.
I did.
Did you?
I had a little bite.
And it was good.
No, I didn't like it at all.
I didn't like the sauce at all. And it felt like, where mine felt like it was just a cheese pizza, a little greasy, a little garlicky. yours without the sausage. Now I can't give it a fair experience because I didn't have it with the sausage. But yours minus sausage felt like a cheap cheese pizza. Like mine was like, it was a cheese pizza. It was pretty good. But yours felt like a cheap cheese pizza with poor sauce. So here's where the experience flips for me. So I eat about half of your slice and I put it down and I go back to mine. And I'm like, this is actually pretty good. Like I needed that like balance between the two. Like I needed that comparison where I was tasting mine, then I tasted yours, and then I went back to mine. I was like, this actually, like, it actually rose for me. Like, I liked my sauce better, or my white sauce. I liked the cheese better on mine. So it actually helped raise the score for me personally.
But here's the thing. I think they were both pretty bad.
I don't think they were bad.
I don't think they were good. I think they were both kind of middle of the road.
I agree with middle of the road. I wouldn't say bad, but I would definitely agree.
Yeah,
with
bad's maybe a little extreme, but
like I've had bad pizza.
It wasn't good.
Like when you go to a family reunion and there's one of those huge sheet pizzas that feed like 500 people.
I kind of like those.
I hate that pizza. Like if I went back to Luigi's and I had to get pizza, I would get the same pizza again. So going back to what you were saying, middle of the road. That's exactly what I gave it. I gave it a 3.
I give it a 3 too.
Okay. I think if I got your pizza, it'd be a 2.
If I got your pizza, it would have been a 2. I really hated your pizza.
Yeah, I didn't like yours at all. The cheesy garlic bread was really good though.
So
if I really liked my pizza, that cheesy garlic bread probably would have pushed up to a 4. But, hey, nothing wrong with a 3. Yeah. Even though you Akron people like to tell us it's the best thing in the world, maybe I should just go to Eurogyro. If you're drunk, walk to Eurogyro. Yeah. But I will say this: it was fine. We went to a pizza parlor. We got pizza. It was fine.
It was fine. We gotta add the score now.
What?
We gotta add the score up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we tallied it up, and coming in with a come see, come saw at 24 is Luigi's. It's me, Luigi. Restaurante.
Oh boy.
You were thinking it was going to be a not feeling it. It was dangerously close.
I did think it was going to be a not feeling it. I think I did not feel it overall.
Yeah. I gave it, I think it's a come see, come saw. Like, it's not the best pizza place, but I guarantee there's probably a lot worse places out there. I enjoyed my pizza. I wouldn't have brought it home if I hated it. And I brought it home. So, it was fine. Like, I could see why people who are drunk like it.
I think it's a little overrated.
Yeah, I feel like that's how things get over time, though. It turns into something not really actually being good, but people just like it because that's what they say they like. Like, oh, you're in Akron, you gotta love Swenson's, and you gotta love Luigi's.
I do like Swenson's a lot.
I do too.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but you know what I mean? Like, there's probably some people like, oh, you gotta go to Swenson's. It's like, do you really even like Swenson's? It's like, well, but you got to, you know what I mean? It's like it's like when the idea of something is bigger than the actual value of something.
Melt has almost become that.
I think it's 100% that. I'm not a big Melt fan.
I mean, I like Melt a lot, but I still think that's almost become that.
I think it's
like, because we're not going to review Melt ever. It's so popular. I've been there 1,000 times.
Yeah. Oh, but, hey, can I give a little shout out to Luigi's really quick?
Sure you can.
Fix your fucking website page. If you go to their Facebook and you click on their website and they're about, it's fucking spam. Like, clean that shit up.
I hope they hear this.
Yeah, like your pizza's not your number one problem. Your number one problem is get a website.
Get a Facebook.
And
buy a domain.
And start accepting credit cards.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yo, you could use our ATM, which probably has like a $4 convenience fee. I don't know who that's convenient for. Not me. Thankfully, Charlie did his research and he knew it was cash only.
I did.
So we were prepared, but there's some sorry motherfuckers out there.
Oh yeah, I'd be mad as shit.
Yeah,
if I just paid fucking $50 for like a family of 4, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you gotta use the ATM that cost me another $4," I'd be red.
Do you know that's subpar pizza? It's cash only.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is our review of Luigi's Restaurant. So that was our episode for this week. Again, because we failed miserably with our high five, next week we will be talking about Rambo: Last Blood.
We gotta win next month, because honestly, I feel so depressed going into the next pillar. Next
one is gonna be side dishes for Thanksgiving. So start thinking of your favorite side dishes. Now, we already have our list, but
yeah,
just start letting it rotate in the old noggin.
Start telling me what you'd put.
Yeah, so we can copy it. Let us know now, because it's not cheating yet.
Yeah.
So I really want to see Joker. Maybe we'll still go see it sometime.
Probably still go see it sometime.
I'll be in Arizona next week.
Yeah,
so if things are a little funky, that's why. But don't fear.
It should be fine. They shouldn't even know.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll be there on Thursday, wherever you listen.
You
But
could have listened from Arizona.
yeah, you should. And the best way to make sure that you keep getting episodes every single Thursday is by liking and 5-starring and sharing. And you know what would really help is if you go to every house on your street and knock and be like, have you guys checked out the Seg-Way Podcast?
Or just comment, review, and 5-star. That's fine too.
That would, yeah, you know what? On second thought, that
Don't
would
talk to strangers. Just
yeah. But if you do talk to strangers, that's like they love talking about Jesus and they love talking about the Seg-Way Podcast.
Religion's always a good open.
Yes. So as always, thank you so much for listening, and this is the Seg-Way.
The best thing that happened to you on a Thursday.
Lead that way into yours.
So
What was that sign?
It was talk louder.
Okay.
Um,
It's picking up just fine, you
All right.
piece of shit. Fuck you.